Hi Aries, how are we all? Having a great birthday season, I hope. Happy birthday season to you all, whether it's already been or whether it is yet to come. I'm doing this reading for you guys for April 2023, and I'm using the Slavic Folklore Lenormand deck. I do specialize in the Lenormand cards. I've been reading those for over 20 years, although I do like to incorporate tarot while I'm learning, and a lot of oracle cards as well. So you'll probably see that in upcoming videos. I know I've had quite a few Aries hanging out for this video because I do have some people that I love very much who are Aries. And also I have quite a lot of Aries myself, as well as my son is heavy on the Aries as well. So Aries is actually quite important to me. So hi, how are we all? He's hoping we can find some really positive messages for you guys this month, hey? So firstly, I'm going to be doing 2 for your general life portion, 2 for your love and romantic life, 2 for your general finances and career, 1 for general health, and then we've got the Fox energy for our overview. So the last one I just read actually had the Fox energy for their overview as well. So that was Taurus. So you may be a cusper or have a lot of Taurus in your charts. I'm talking to my sister right there because I know she's right on the cusp. So she might want to watch the Taurus one as well as this one. You never know. You might find some things resonate here and some things resonate there. As we always know, some people do find they resonate more with their moon sign or their rising sign. Sometimes even your Venus sign when it comes to the love readings. But we'll see how we go for you guys there today, Aries. Now, the Fox energy as an overview, that is a very like a clever sort of energy. It's sort of just saying to, really be smart about the way that you're thinking about things this month, and thinking about yourself, because it does have that element of sort of survival to it as well. So that's a really positive nor negative card, that one. It is a pretty neutral card, the Fox energy. I really do like the imagery with the fox. It always reminds me of the kitsune. I don't know if you say it properly. The Japanese mythology of the women turning into fox spirits. So I've always really loved the fox imagery when it comes to that sort of thing. It gives you that energy of being able to shape shift to suit your surroundings, to be able to, do whatever's necessary for survival, whether that be shape shift and be a little bit more cunning and clever about the way that you're dealing with things. So it's a really positive energy in that sense as well. Now, for your general life portion there, we have the child and the mouse. So the child energy there, it could actually be talking about if you do have children, they might be quite important to you this month. When it comes to just your general life, they might play a big part in this month's events, so to speak. Mixed with the mouse energy, the mouse energy can be a bit of worries and insecurities and fear of weaknesses and those sorts of things. But mostly I find it to be things that are nibbling away at you. So things that have sort of been like niggling in the back of the head, taking a little pieces of you. Because the Lenormand cards are very symbolic. So usually whatever comes to mind when you think of mice or a mouse, this particular guy, he's a little clockwork mouse, as you can see. So it sort of does say that timing is pretty generalized to April, I would feel. It's not something that's going to be dragging on and on and on. But it also might talk about things from your childhood, things that are close to your heart from your childhood that have been niggling away at you. So it can be quite but at the end of the day, the child card is a really beautiful card, and it would be overshadowing any of the negativity coming from the mouse there as well. So it's just sort of reminding you that don't let these things nibble away at you too much, where they're taking away from your childlike spirit, basically. Like, because the child card there, it really does talk about that childlike sense of being, your inner child, looking after that inner child, having that sense of joy and innocence and in your life. And kids are so happy and they're so sweet, and that's just natural to them. And so it's talking about retaining those natural qualities of a child, even being very playful, and this month, to stop these worries from niggling away at you too much. So I would find that to be a pretty generalized general life section for you guys. But at the end of the day, if there is anything that has been sort of niggling away at you from your childhood, now is actually a really good time to be looking at those aspects, and to really be focusing on that sense of innocence and joy and happiness, and those things that make you laugh without meaning to, those things that make you smile, those lost moments of happiness from childhood. Now, for your love section, we do have the Reaper and the Crossroad. So the Reaper can be somewhat of a warning there card, but not overly dramatic. Um, Traditionally in the Lenormand, the Reaper is actually the, I believe, the Whip card. Confusion. Confusion, a little bit of confusion with that as well. But basically, no, it's not. It's the scythe. Okay, so it's the scythe. So usually that means, sudden changes as well. And with the crossroads there as well, there's definitely some sort of change coming through in your love relationships this month. So yeah, the scythe, it can just be that sort of that cycle of things needing to, thinking about all the negative things that have surrounded you in your love life, cutting those out, stopping those behaviors, whatever it may be, making the choice and the decision to move forward and follow your path. The road is really, really about decisions and changes and making choices. So you have the choice whether you want to continue down this sort of path of, that is pretty freaky deaky imagery there. But the crow imagery is really, I love it, because crows are so wise, and it's sort of telling you to stop and be smart about things once again as well. So weighing up your decisions, what changes need to be made, what behaviors need to be cut out of your love life at the moment in order for you to follow your true path and make the choices and decisions that you need to make in order to be following your true path at this time when it comes to love relationships. The road is actually quite a positive card there as well. So it brings about lots of opportunities, and no matter which choice you make, it's the right choice. It's your path. It just might be a different journey each way. That's pretty much all. So, it's just telling you to weigh up your options, make the choice that is right for you, and follow your heart. Being in the love sector, I would say, really follow your heart when it comes to making decisions, and don't be scared of making the wrong decision. You are going to be following your path no matter what choice you make. And then for your career and finances, we have the letter and the lily. Now, the lily is actually one of the career cards in the deck. So that's really great to see a career card in the career section. It does sort of more talk about long-term things. So things that, like your retirement and how you want your life to look at the end of your life. So it's really talking about, communications now that may become important for the rest of your life sort of thing, for the longevity of your career. Talking things through, text messages, emails, physical letters, documents, those sorts of things, anything like that you're coming across this month, actually double look at it, because it may be really important for the longevity of your finances or your career. So if you are coming across any communications this month that are to do with your finances or careers, I would definitely be paying attention to those. But the Lily card does have a high level of sort of intimacy with it as well. So looking at the things that you are intimate with when it comes to finances, like talking to yourself, communicating with yourself on an intimate level about where you want to be with your career and finances and how we can get there. So I feel that that's a pretty strong message there, and it can actually play into the longevity of your career. The foundations that you're laying now with your finances and your career could actually be long-term things that you're making there. So going back to the choice in your love life there, really think about those choices you're making in your love life as well, because they may actually, if there's any financial aspect to the choices you're making in your love life, whether you're thinking about joining finances with someone or something like that as the next stage of a relationship, for example, that would be something that, yes, it's going to affect the longevity of your financials. So I would really be, making sure you're communicating truthfully with yourself when you make that decision, and thinking things through really, really well. Now, for your general health, we have the bear. So the bear is a very protective type energy as well. So it talks about strength and power, leadership and protectiveness. So as a health card, that's not really any big concerns. I wouldn't feel that that's sort of talking about having power and strength at this current time. If you are someone that goes to the gym, maybe that's what your workout plan for the month should be, working on the strength and the core strength, those sorts of things, your power, those sorts of things might be really important for you this month when it comes to health. So if anything, I would say that's a pretty good card when it comes to health, because it's sort of saying you're a bit protected there as well, because it is a very protective energy there. Okay, and now moving into your shadow work portion for the month, Aries. Shadow work is really important in my opinion. We all want to be happy, and shadow work is one of those things that when you face the darkness of yourself, it can actually lead you to more positive changes in your life. We need to have a bit of darkness in order to see the light. So I find self-growth and doing your shadow work to be quite important. Facing those dark aspects of ourselves to be quite important. So I do like to bring them through in readings as well. A bit of a deep reading there for you guys, Aries. Let's see what your shadow work has got to say about it. Okay, so we've got the book and the ship. So the book is a very, very focused on doing your research, facing the truth in situations, educating yourself about things. So if there's something about yourself that you are not sure about, there's something in particular that you have been wanting to educate yourself further on when it comes to a particular personality trait or behavior that you may have, now really is the time to research those sorts of things. I'm being a neurodivergent person. I have found researching a little bit more about my symptoms and behaviors has really, really helped me gain a bit more control over those things, and just to know myself and accept myself just a little bit more. So the book is really telling you that knowledge is power at the moment, and opening new chapters. Don't be afraid to start a new chapter in your life if you feel that that's necessary at the moment. And with the ship being your second shadow work card, that statement just there is actually really important. Don't be afraid to open new chapters in your life. Your story is your own. You can write it however you want. So you can travel the world in a book, basically. So it's your story. You can write it. You can journey as far or as little as you want in this lifetime. So whether you choose to travel far or travel not so far, that's completely up to you, and how much you choose to educate yourself and be willing to write the next chapters for yourself. But when it comes to the ship, not only does it talk about travel and journeys, so to speak, but it's also adventure being important to you. How can you bring more adventure into your life? How can you go out on a limb a little bit more and bring that sense of adventure back into your life? Feeling like you may be a bit trapped or anything like that, bring out that adventure. Going back to, look right back to the start, to that child card. Speak to that child within yourself. What adventures would that child want to go on right now? Whether it be physical adventures or just adventures in, eat that candy if you want to, whatever. Life is an adventure. It is what you make of it. So your shadow work this month is really just reminding you to feed that child, that inner child, really, that sense of innocence and happiness at every little thing. Really does seek that sense of adventure at the moment. So I feel like for you guys this month, looking towards that inner child and a bit of adventure in your life might be really important to help you grow this month and help you write those new chapters in your life for yourself. And let me know how it all goes. It is your birthday season, so a little bit of adventure is called for, I would say. So travel to where you need to go. And, if there's somewhere you have been thinking about going, just get out of the house. Go there. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Well, don't answer that question. But that sense of adventure, taking those risks to be a little bit more adventurous and, following your heart. Once again, following your heart and doing what, what you really secretly want to do on the inside. What, what that innocent child would want to do in this situation. So let me know how you go, and please like and subscribe to the channel. I am brand new, so I would love every single like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how it resonated for you guys, and I hope to see you again soon.